In some breaking news, there have been 10 more deaths.
The death toll from the outbreak of coronavirus in Italy has surged.
After the world was hit by the coronavirus pandemic, governments, including Uganda, decreed country lockdowns. This resulted in many employees losing their jobs, and most Ugandans are still distraught with fear, not certain of tomorrow's livelihood. Nalunga Victoria, a 27-year-old, has found refuge in farming with an ingenious direct supply format, which has provided her with a soft landing and hopes more youth can get their boots on and enter the garden. Coming up on Seeds of Gold.
Start from wherever you are. Start with whatever you have, however little it is. You might not have land, but at least you cannot fail to plant something that will give you at least a 10K a day somewhere. Yes, even if you're renting, at least you can get, your landlord can't refuse you to plant sukuma wiki on your veranda.
For decades now, agriculture has been a top contributor to the Ugandan economy, and recently it's been reported that employees like teachers, bar owners and others that lost their source of sustenance due to the pandemic have joined the sector.
I'm Nalunga Victoria. I'm 27 years old and I'm a businesswoman, but I love farming because it is my passion, something I do out of love. It's fun, inspiring yet beneficial at the same time.
Nalunga first experienced farming at her childhood home in Chiwatule as a kid, and it's safe to say it was not her favorite thing to do.
This is something we didn't love, you know, as kids. In holidays, I could come back from home and my dad could tell us, could give us like a big portion, and he's like, clear this land, plant this, then after, this other part is yours, or get a part and plant your own things. So we used to see it as a wastage of time. Like, why would I be growing food and we have workers at home, they're getting paid, you get. So as time went on, whatever you had grown, our dad could sell his part, then also sell yours, and then give you some little money, like 20K. And of course, by then 20K was a lot. You could go get buy shoes, buy earrings, it was something. So me as a girl, I found this so interesting. So I fell in love with farming now with all my heart. So I do poultry keeping. I also grow matoke. I grow most of the vegetables. Then after I sell them directly to my customers. Yes, I do direct supply. Because back then I could like grow food, then wait, sometimes take to the market. Then they could like con me. Because my first harvest was cabbages. I remember taking a whole truck in Nakasero. That was 2017. Yes. So they told me, there's some Haji here who always buys things in bulk, let him come. So me, I was already excited. I waited for the Haji, they unloaded the truck. They unloaded the truck. So waiting for the Haji to come and give me money, Haji was nowhere to be seen. So me, I kept waiting, asking everyone. I think everyone knew I was going to be conned, but like, who cared? I mean, so I cried and I saw never to grow cabbages again. But right now, cabbages is my favorite vegetable. I mean, farmers do not stop. We do not quit. Yes.
Indeed, the never quit mentality propelled Nalunga into turning a first-time failure into experience. She since then continues to grow matoke, vegetables, and practices poultry.
How I began poultry, I could supply food to my customers, like matoke, then all the vegetables. So they could tell me, why don't you go to the market and buy me also chicken? So I kept doing that and I wasn't benefiting anything. So I was like, okay, but we used to rear chicken home. I think I can do this. Yeah. And I began slowly, went to Nzika, bought their food. So the first time I started with 100 chicken, yes, and I lost 39. So to me, when I lost the 39, it wasn't like something big, you know, that happiness, because you've seen some that have survived. It was a lot to me. But of course, as I went on rearing more chicken, more and more, I realized I'm not even supposed to lose one, because you get to know why has this chicken died. The next time I bought more chicken, it was there were 150 and I lost 20. Of course, now that was a reduction, and I kept on feeling happy. So now the last chicken I bought were 250 and I only lost 9.
As she continued to learn more, Nalunga realized that there are precautions that must be met to avoid loss while rearing over 250 chickens.
Of course, they come when they are vaccinated, okay, at the hatchery. So we know when they make a week, we vaccinate them again. When they make the 3rd week, we vaccinate them again. Then also the feeding, we try to not change where we get the feeds from, yes, because it's a process. We also have biosecurity. I use ViroKill, yeah. We put it in like water, you step in before.
But with Nalunga rearing her chicken from the backyard, one would think the limited space could be a disadvantage.
I see this as an advantage, okay, because I can access the place anytime. Then I also have people that help me out.
Nalunga's dreams are big, but with the few chickens she has, there was an issue of market.
So I also got a challenge. Okay, now I have the chicken, but where is the market? So you start looking around, they want to give you 5,000. Then I came up with an idea. I was like, I have a number of customers. I take to their apartments. I have delivery guys, the border guys. And why don't I come up with a package? And I'm like, okay, this is a family of like 3 people. And I have the matoke, I have all the vegetables you could need. Then I also have the chicken. Why don't I give you a package? And I'm like, maybe a package is like 50K, a big one, and it's inclusive of everything. So it really worked for me. Even if I got like 5 customers a day, even if they're going to give me a 30K, of course, the less the money, I would reduce a bit. But you could see that even if you go with that money to the market, you can't get what I've given you. So it has really kept me going, and it is really fun.
Fun is a word that is rarely used with farming, but Nalunga discovered that she could rear the chicken and deliver it herself, especially in a time where movement is restricted by the COVID-19 prevention guidelines.
So the most that I sell a combo that comes with chicken. I'll give you 1 chicken, a broiler, because I do more of broilers. So I'll give you a broiler, I'll give you a matoke, I always do bunches. I can give you like 4 bunches. I'll give you most of the vegetables, but of course I put a bit of everything, yes, but the quantity is okay. Then I give you tomatoes, I'll give you like most of the things that I have in the garden. So my customers are used. Sometimes I can surprise them with the things I do not grow, like some lemons.
Nalunga's enthusiasm towards farming and business has allowed her to reach her customers online and mobile to deliver the food they need.
Me, I look for my own customers through my social media platforms, okay? Then these customers also get me their friends. I call it Vicky's Food Combos. So they'll be calling you, do you still have some combos? And what is in the combo? What is in the combo today? And I'll tell you what I have. So others might say, whatever you have, I have most of the things. But can you get me this? Can you get me this? So me, whatever I pack, it is like 10,000 to those that don't want to buy the package, because sometimes someone has food and you can't just bring them everything because you're selling a what? Yes, so it is very fun. It is interesting.
Vicky's combos range from 250 Ugandan shillings, 50 Ugandan shillings to 100 Ugandan shillings. This includes vegetables, chicken, matoke, and any other type of food the customer requires. When the customer makes an order for a combo, Nalunga delivers. So
what I do about deliveries, I have some 2 border guys. If somebody's like a bit far, yes. But if people are like in apartments and maybe people like 5 people or more people, I would get things, pack them properly, then indicate people's, of course this is for this person, then put in my boot, then go and deliver. Yes, because I also enjoy doing the deliveries. Even if I'm in traffic and I say traffic is a lot, I would park my car. I always have my things. Yes, if it's harvesting time, I'll park my car and I'll have my things well packaged, and my people know You'll be in traffic and somebody hoots at you, Vicky, do you have this? Do you have tomatoes? Yes.
But no venture goes without challenges.
Most of the times is price fluctuation. People always have too much food, like so much, okay? And markets are full, yes. And remember, the competition is always there. My customers will not always like have chicken every day or on the packages, and then everyone rears chicken these days, okay? So you go to the market, then prices have really dropped. Then the feeds are expensive, they never go down.
Vicky's combos have changed her business life, especially during the lockdown. When we come back, we dive more into how she grows the vegetables and matoke on her menu. Welcome back to Seeds of Gold. Before the break, Nalunga Vicky introduced us to her new agriculture venture, Vicky's Combos for Delivery. She has made it easy for the customer by allowing you to order for chicken, vegetables, matoke and any other food of your choice, and she will deliver it to you. But with little space in her backyard, one would wonder how she's able to grow the vegetables and matoke.
So starting vegetables, remember back home, I always talk about back home because it's where I learned. Farming has always been something, and it still is, yes. So I never saw my parents buying any vegetable, like most of the vegetables, sukuma wiki, spinach, nakati, they never bought those things, okay? So we really used to grow those things. So me, I've never bought vegetables, and even if I'm to buy the vegetables, I think I would eat them while crying, because this is something I can do. Even when I'm in a rental, I'll get some space there and put like 2 boveras, put some soil and do what? And grow vegetables, because I used to grow tomatoes where I used to stay, yeah? And all my neighbors could come and buy the tomatoes I've grown. At least they would buy for 500 shillings. So actually, how I began doing matoke and vegetables, I first did the matoke before the vegetables. So I grew matoke in the whole garden. So I began going to the garden to harvest, then selling. Then I realized, because you know matoke is the cheapest food if it's the season, okay? So I could go harvest the matoke, then I realized it wasn't really worth it at the end of the day, yeah? So my customers could be like, oh, you have matoke, so still go to the market and buy me this. And I was like, I go to the market, I buy you spinach, and they're giving me a handful, like for 1,000, just a few, and I could really have this, yeah? So what I decided to do, because I had some land somewhere else, still on the same road, Gayaza Road. I removed most of the matoke, then kept the suckers, the banana suckers, and transferred them to the other place. So I was like, now let me have matoke separate, yeah? Let me do, because my customers, it's a demand, and something they're demanding, I can give it to them, yeah? I can give them these vegetables. So I began slowly with cabbages. Then they tell me, you bring for us a sukuma wiki, bring for us this. And I was like, let me just make this a vegetable garden. So I grow spinach, I grow nakati, I grow broccoli, cauliflower, I grow pak choy, that is a Chinese vegetable, yes. I grow cabbages, I grow carrots.
That sounds like a big garden. How easy is it managing it?
There's a little challenge, because you have to make sure you have you have security, because even if you get someone that takes care of the vegetables, that person will never sleep in the garden. So sometimes you come when the neighbors have like plucked what they want, yeah. And at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about it, because you will not go and keep there all the time.
So how do you exactly encourage the love for farming from your workers?
My kind of farming, I call myself the urban farmer. They have also like been challenged. They've been working on gardens, and it's just planting, the normal planting. But me, the way I do my things, you cannot fail to fall in love with what I'm doing. Yes, yeah, because I have the cleanest garden. I don't know, they really like it, the time they've been with me, because they're going to get paid, and they're also going to come and eat on the same things. And it's not that I'm not so hard on them, yes. And I also actually get my hands on. That is the beauty about it. It is not because some farmers have money, and of course what they do is pay the boys. But when you get involved, there is a lot that you can experience, yes.
Vicky's way of managing farming might sound more as a fairy tale, but it works for her.
Me, one thing I'm sure about, with farming is like a school of patience, because you cannot hurry the crops, but at least you're sure they're going to grow, they're going to come out, yes? Yeah, when you have your vegetables, even if you just got like uveras and planted spinach, look out for a vegetable that is demanded highly, because with farming you don't need to first have land. You start with whatever small you have, okay? At least I can assure you, if you've grown some sukuma wiki, some spinach, you cannot really fail to get, okay, now the starters, like maybe like a 10K, you're assured you're going to harvest those things, and you're going to have constant people that will be buying from you, those women from the markets you get.
A word of encouragement to the youth?
People still think farming is for the old people. A farmer has to be dirty, a farmer has to be a nobody, has to be someone poor. We really have to be innovative. We have to come from that. So what I can tell farmers, most so the youths, start from wherever you are. Start with whatever you have, however little it is. I can tell you something, 30,000 can make you start something that is going to give you money. How? Yes? You might not have land, but at least you cannot fail to plant something that will give you at least a 10K a day somewhere. Yes? Even if you're renting, at least you can get, your landlord can't refuse you to plant sukuma wiki on your veranda. At the end of the 2.5 months or 3 months, you're going to have something to sell. Yeah, it might not be a lot of money, but that is the start, okay? Just start with whatever small you have. You can have like a small poultry chicken somewhere, yes? Like a very small one, and start with a few chicken, feed them. At the end of the day, they're going to give you money. Like for example, what I'm doing the food combos. I have the gardens, but I didn't have land at first also. I didn't start with land.
It's never too late for you to start. Like Vicky Nalunga, you too can reap the benefits of farming. Get inspired right here on Seeds of Gold.